All right, guys, so we're back. My name's CJ, and today we're getting ready to do our second cut of hay. We're actually getting ready to bale it. I came out here Friday afternoon and cut it, and I'm amazed it dried pretty quick. And then today is Sunday afternoon. I'm gonna go ahead and rake this and go ahead and bale. If you're wondering why I'm sweating, it's because I was up in the barn this morning trying to make a spot for these bales of hay. I got a guy that wants to buy all these as soon as we get them baled. So we're trying to get this done quick because we're supposed to have a chance of thunderstorms this afternoon, and I don't want my hay to get rained on. So I'm gonna go ahead and hook up the rake. I did a little work on it last night. Let me show you. All right, so this evening I'm out here fixing this hay rake. If you remember, I had problems with the bolts here on this clutch lever, and whenever I drive now, the tines would always be turning no matter what. I couldn't disengage them, and that was because of this old lever here, and the bolts broke off in it and I couldn't put new bolts in it. So I bought a brand new lever here, just put that in and just put in two new bolts, and then let me try to show you. So whenever I pull back on the lever up front, it's going to disengage, and then when you let off, it's back engaged again. So that'll be fixed for tomorrow or Monday, whenever I decide to bale. So I'm gonna go hook the rake up and then go ahead and start raking. Okay, so now when I pull this back tight, that should disengage it so it doesn't spin just while I'm driving it around. All right, so what I'm doing right now is I still don't have a tedder. So what I'm trying to do right now is I'm just trying to flip the hay. And as you can see, I'm just grabbing 2 rows here. But what I'm trying to do, I'm just trying to make it dry out a little bit quicker. And by the time I get this done, I can take just a little break, maybe grab a bite to eat, and then come back out and rake it all into good windrows for the baler. This is just how I've done it, and it's worked because I still don't have a tedder, and maybe I don't need one. It's worked so far. All right, so as you can see, I didn't put the hay in windrows. I don't know if you could hear me in the tractor, but what I did was just try to flip it over because I don't have a tedder. And it doesn't take long when you do that. See, that's breaking apart. Yeah, this is ready here. Check around here. It doesn't take very long for it to dry when you do that, especially when it wasn't that big of a cut. And I'm predicting 60 some bales maybe. I'll know better when I see the windrows, but yeah, we're already ready to go ahead and start raking these into the big windrows, and then I can start baling, hopefully before the storm comes. All right, fields raked, time to bale. Get everything lubed up, and then I moved the feeder tine. Looked like it moved again, and I think that's why we had uneven bales there last time. We'll find out. Okay. That wheel has been helping out a lot too. All right, let's fire up. So I've been scared to run this thing at high RPMs because I was getting shear bolts, but that wasn't the issue, running it fast. What I think it was doing though, it was messing up my bales to where they weren't packed in enough to be able for the knotters to tie them. So I'm going to try to run this thing at higher RPMs, get that plunger moving faster. We'll see what happens. We're going to ease her on first. Okay, everything's running. Let's raise it up. See what happens with that. Once again, I didn't film much. I just get so busy. We're on our last load of hay. It's not going to be a full load either. And you see, we only had a few broken bales, and there were some wet ones too. I told them to leave, but glad to have some good help. Well, everybody, we did it. We got our hay in before it started raining, and actually my in-laws came down to help us, which thank goodness, but they just now left, and they said it's raining up north, and if you can see that, that's heading towards us right now. So we just got this done in a nick of time, and overall things went pretty smooth. As you can see, I got my normal wet bales just from spots in the fields that it stays wet, and then broken bales, which I usually have a whole lot more, but I'm pretty happy how it went. The baler did pretty good today. It was getting plugged up at first when I was trying to bale this windrow that was wet, because it's always wet right there, so I just need to stay away from that. In fact, I'm going to just brush hog that windrow and be done with it. But let's go up to the barn and see what we got. Yeah, here comes the rain right now. We just got this done in the nick of time. I'm so glad we decided to do this today. I didn't want my hay to get rained on. It's not, I mean, it ain't a downpour, but it is starting, so. And of course the old 473, boy, I tell you, they're gonna have to take this away from me by force, because man, I just love this thing, and it's so nice having that cab, especially on a day like today. It was 86. All right, so it's the next day. I had to come back up here because I had my mic on last night, but it wasn't turned on. So here's what we ended up with. And actually, I got the first cut back here, and I put this bucket here. You can tell by the collar in the hay, but this is where our first cut is, and then from here on up is the second cut. We ended up with 53 bales, and that's right about what I thought. I didn't think we'd get any more than 60, maybe around there. Even with the bales that broke and the wet bales, I don't think we would have made it. But yeah, pretty good haul. And then, like I said, this is all spoken for. and going to be sold to a guy I work with. So I came up here yesterday morning and cleared this spot out. I thought maybe we'd fill this up too, maybe, but we actually went 5 high. We usually go 4, so that helped out too. But normally I have the front end loader for the 225S sitting here. I came up yesterday morning, got it out of here because I need that on the tractor because that's going to be coming up in an upcoming video. Okay, so let me pull this tarp back. I like to, since I have this outside, I like to keep the knotters covered at least. I gotta get this inside soon. But we had a lot of banana bales last time we baled hay, so I came in here and adjusted these feeder tines. I believe that's what they're called. Yeah, and it stayed where it was, where I put it. Here, let me show you. So here are your feeder tines. Well, this one especially likes to move on me, and that's where it was. So it's not pushing as much hay over to this side, so it needs to move back this way. So I moved it back to where it is now, and I tightened that up as tight as I could get it, and it's staying where I put it. So because we only had maybe 2 banana bales today, so that was really nice too. We had a pretty good day. So kind of a short video today, guys. Like I said, it's hard to film when I'm baling hay, but I'm glad I got the front end loader on the 225S because that's going to be in the next video. We're going to head down the trail and do some work down there that needs done. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and until next time, thanks for watching.